better.
Well,
It's
one of our favorites is here, and I'm so glad she made it today. She's a little under the weather, but she still came out. You know we love Mylira Green, our relationship expert, and she just got through doing something phenomenal. She just did the TED Talks. You remember we showed y'all Warhorse yesterday. So here she is, the wonderful, the lovely, what's her name again?
Mylira Green.
Mylira Green! I love you.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. I'm happy to be alive. I'm happy to continue to just pour into people's life. So yeah, I'm definitely grateful.
Oh, well, you know, you did the TED Talk. Let me tell you, it's been a dream of mine for years, but I've never really pursued it. Is to
Mhm.
do a TED Talk. I would like to do a TED Talk um, on the excitement and the joys of recovery. You
Ooh,
know,
that'd be powerful.
maybe you hook me up with who I need to talk to.
I got you. Well, I know the one that I did, it was in Hampton, Virginia, and they're talking about making it annual. So once I kind of hear from her, and I know she's been promoting other TED Talks and stuff, I will definitely make sure that you are aware so you can put in that application because the world needs to hear that for sure.
All right, so before you tell us more about the TED Talk, let's take a quick peek.
I want you to understand that if you don't get anything from anything else that I say today, that you are enough, you have enough, and you've done enough. And this is the moment where you get to see the beauty that you bring into this world today. So where do we start? I want to talk to you guys about utilizing self-love as the key to CPR, to the silent death of inclusion, and that is comparison. We have to learn how to build harmony in every dimension of our lives. And those dimensions are your spiritual, your mental, your emotional, your physical, your social, and your cash flow dimension.
Oh, I like that part when you said your cash flow dimension. Come on, talk to me.
Yes,
What,
yes. I want for people
grateful
to
talk now.
understand. I will. I want for people to understand that in order for you to even promote the thought of inclusion, you have to start with who you are. Genuinely. And I know last time we talked about the importance of like self-love, but it really is a thing. If I don't know my value and my worth, then how I'm going to know that I actually deserve a seat at the table? If I don't know that I am amazing, if I don't know that I was chosen, if I don't know that I'm a royal priesthood, a holy nation, and peculiar people, then how will I know that I even deserve those powerful relationships and connections? So in order for us to even make sure that we are okay with being included in that space, Maslow hierarchy of needs has this stages of like what is something that we need to accomplish. At the bottom is your basic needs. That's food, water, shelter, and even sex is down there. But the second phase of it is belonging and safety. We don't feel safe because our environment is safe, but we feel safe because we belong. But if I don't know my value, then I'm not going to see that I belong. And the only way I can do that is having that harmony. So the thing that I broke down on my TEDx talk is my self-love analogy. And what is that?
Mm.
You got to embrace your story because you
Mhm.
are empowered to be exactly who you're supposed to be. You are lovable just the way that you are because God created you and he gives you that unconditional love. You got to be faithful to your goals, dreams, and aspirations so that you can live liberated. So when opportunities come knocking at your door, you're ready. And even if you're not ready, you allow for people like myself to ventilate you to keep going so that you can actually live an evolved life. And that's literally what the whole talk was about, was to make sure that you are okay so that you know that you deserve a seat at the table.
Mm. And so I hear you and I feel you. The Maslow, and you said it fast. I don't know how many people heard the words, but it's Maslow, Maslov, Maslow's theory of hierarchy of needs.
Yes.
So you know, like things go higher and higher in all type of situations,
Mhm.
but in your needs, there's hierarchy. You got to have food, you have to have water, you have to have shelter, you have to have love, you got to have
Yeah.
sex, you got to have connection. All of that. If you don't have those four basic needs, your whole life is thrown off. There's no balance there. So I got that. And the second thing I want to jump on is you got to know your worth. If
Yeah.
I didn't know my worth, I'll be shattered right now. You know, Cat Williams talked about every great black comedian on the planet but me. I'm sorry. So you got to know your worth. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'm being silly. Go ahead.
No, you're totally fine. But that's the piece that I wanted to talk about as well, especially when it comes to kind of shifting to the relationship talk. As you guys know, I'm trying to figure out what is the next stage for me when it comes to love, relationships, and things like that. And the one thing that I'm learning is people in today's time are not used to people having standards. They're just not. Right. But those standards come from me knowing that I am value and I'm worth more. Trust me, there's people that be wanting to talk to me all day, but I'm like, hey, like what happened to the old school? What happened to, can I take you on a date, ma? No, it's like, hey, let's Netflix and chill. Dude, I got kids. What you mean let's Netflix and chill, you know? But it's that phase of I gotta be okay with having my own standards. I have to be okay with my own non-negotiables because I know my value, I know my worth. So my whole thing is now I say, in order for you to get to me, you got to go through the Father. Like I want to be so immersed with God that the next person that comes to me, they literally have to treat it as if it's Moses in the burning bush and got to take their shoes off because they know that I'm holy ground. That's the type of value and worth that I want you guys to have, especially when it comes to friendships, relationships, all of that. Like you want to be so immersed in your value with God that people cannot come to you any old way because they know that you're holy. They know that you're set apart. And that is what I want to start promoting with people.
I mean, I just love what you said. I know you have short time on here with us. That's why you talk fast. But you talk fast. I don't want people to miss them. I love that you said that in order to get to you, you got to come through the Father, you know? And that's how my life is now, too, with my queen. I'm so in love, and I'm so in love with God. And I'm so in love with my queen that I really want to try to be right. I don't always get it right. I mess up a lot. But I'm always trying to do the right thing and help lift other people and encourage other people and remind them of their worth. You got to know your value, man. If you don't know your value, then you'll think you have no value. And if you think you have no value, then you don't have to respect yourself. And if you ain't going to respect yourself, you ain't respect nobody else. And that's when the trouble comes in. You know, I'm sorry. Go ahead. You can wrap it up for us.
Fine. And to kind of wrap this up here, and yes, I do talk fast. That's the Suffolk in me. If you guys are from Virginia,
Suffolk, Virginia. Okay,
yeah,
I want to know where you was from. Okay.
But what I will say is this: we have to beware of giving people a clean slate when we're trying to make connections. Because if I don't know what's important to me, if I don't know my likes, my dislikes, my favorite food, my favorite restaurant, my favorite activities, and I give this person a clean slate, now they're responsible for creating the experience of life for me instead of them joining in on my experience. And that's where those standards are important. That's where those values are important. And trust me, I am in the space of learning this right now. So I'm not telling you that I have it all together at all. But what I'm telling you is I am learning that I have dealt with so much hurt and so much pain because I gave people a clean slate of Mylira and they were able to dictate for me how I was going to experience life. Instead of me telling them, this is Mylira, and you're going to join in with me. If you can't join in with me, then you don't need to be with me. And that is the space that I'm in right now. And God is really working with me because, again, I want love. I want relationship. I want long term. But I'm not going to give anybody my permanency when you're looking at me temporarily. And that's where that value and worth come in at.
Do you find that you might be too smart for men?
I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I think a lot of it is, honestly, to be real, men aren't used to a woman that is going to not tell you lies. They're used to women that want to manipulate, want to play games. I was even told, hey, like, you just told me how to make you fall in love with me. No, I'm not going to fall in love with you unless I choose to. I am just telling you that when you ask me a question, I'm going to be open and honest with you. And I don't think men are open with that. Like any question you ask me, I'm going to tell you. Because at the end of the day, I don't want anything to be based on lies. I'm not trying to manipulate you. I'm not into this whole, hey, I'm not going to text you today. Like I'm not that person. So I think a lot of it is men aren't used to a female that truly knows who they are and is grounded in the Father. Because the Father tells me what I deserve. So if you can't give me what I deserve, then it's okay. Because I got some people that think I'm theirs, but I'm not.
You had a thought right there, Straya. Straya, you want to say something?
I just want to say, Mylira, congratulations. Like, congratulations on so many levels because your honesty, is seeping through. Like, not only is your honesty seeping through, you human, you regular. And I I just stand behind what you're saying. A young person having morals, that's half the reason why I'm single, because I have a standard. I have a young son. No, you can't come over my house. No, this is not where we entertain. So when I say I stand behind everything you saying, but what's so different is you being transparent. Usually a therapist never expresses their self in their own vulnerability or expresses their self in their own situation. And just you doing it, that's amazing. Like, I know for a fact that it's gonna come to you because you are such a great example. Like, seriously. So I'm happy. Like, I'm really happy for you. And I know that's half, you just confirmed it. That's half the reason why, because I'm not gonna self-break or take my morals away, because of that. I am gonna have integrity. I'm gonna stand on it. So I thank you. Thank you a lot.
Thank you. I appreciate that for sure.
Mylira, why this show is important to me is because of stuff like that. You moved her. You made a difference for her. And I could see her in the background, because y'all know I see everybody who's backstage, and my little camera down there. And I could see her in the background. She just had to get in because she was feeling what you was talking about. And if you can move one person, you're moving a lot more who are listening we don't even know about. So you're touching people, and that makes this important. So thank you, Mylira. How do they go and see the TED Talks? Where do they go?
So you guys can go to YouTube, and it's on the TEDx platform. But also, if you just go to Transforming with Mylira, it is on my playlist that has my keynote speeches there. So that's an easy way to go to it. And if TEDx Talk is what you desire, I'm going to give this really quickly. Mm-hmm. Before I got the TEDx Talk, it was 2 weeks before the application posted. And on Facebook, I literally put on Facebook, this is going to be the year 2023 where I'm going to do a commencement speech and I'm going to do a TEDx Talk speech. On that post, the curator saw it and she said, don't worry, because it's about to open up. Why am I sharing that? Speak into existence what you want. That is why I'm transparent. I want to be a forever wife. I want to change millions of people's lives. I want to continue to be on the stage. I want to make sure that I'm showing my children all of those things. I want to do all of that. That's why I do my walk and talks. Thank you, Sabrina. So people can come and lose weight. Like, I want to do those things, but I declare it with my words first, because we have not, because we ask not. And I'm asking God that in this season, I get to transform lives. That's how I got the TEDx Talk. It wasn't because I went on the internet and I looked for applications and I did that. No, I declared it. And so it was. So whatever it is that you want to do in your life, the relationship with you goes first. Declare it and believe it, and it shall come to pass.
I love you for that, Mylira, because I'm going to write it on my post. I don't want to do it during the weekend. I'm going to do it like Monday or Tuesday. I'm going to write on my post. First of all, I'm putting it on my vision board that I'm going to do a TED Talk. I'm going to write on my post too, and hope that somebody out there who's hooked up with TED sees it like they did with you. And then I can come on here and announce that I'm about to do a TED Talk. Woody woo.
And I will be right there in the front row with my big sister Sonia, who I love to life, and be the loudest person. Well, second loudest, because she'll be the loudest for you.
Wait a minute. I'll try to bring you. Wait a minute. There she is. I'll try to bring you. Oh, there you are. Well, I love you, and you can leave us with a woo, woo, woo.
Woo, woo, woo.
Woo, woo, woo.
Hey, talk to them for a minute. Somebody knocking on my door.
Hey, out of town and he got company. That's your man. You need to get him.
No, he has
friends. Want to say such great things, and you always have such great points and so many great views. I'm so happy for you. I'm so glad that everything that you want is just coming to life every day, but you deserve it. So I don't expect anything less for you.
Yeah, she's just so transparent.
We love you. Woo, woo, woo. We gotta move.
Woo, woo, woo.
Woo, woo, woo. Mylira right here. And wait a minute, real quick. I'm gonna do this for just 1 second so y'all can see it. One more. Where you at, Mylira? I put you up there. Hit that Mylira one if you see it before I do. I just want people to see what it looks like one more time. Mylira Green on TED Talk. I don't even. Oh, there it is.
I want you to understand that if you don't get anything from anything else that I say today, that you are enough. You have enough, and you've done enough. And this is the moment where you get to see the beauty that you bring into this world today. So where do we start?
Hey, y'all, coming up next